Welcome back to 5 Out Podcast. And yes, we've been gone for about 2 weeks, but we had some stuff to take care of, some recording stuff. But, it's fine. We're back now, and I'm glad we're back. I think everyone's happy to be back right now. Thank you. I don't think we covered this, but Patrick has his own soundboard, so he could play
Wait, it hasn't been a single
whatever
video yet.
whatever we want. But we got a jam-packed episode. It's Monday. Get rid of those. It's actually Tuesday right now. It's Tuesday, but get rid of those.
One second. Who told this kid to eat me on lunch break, bro? This kid's
Our cameraman is eating right now, but I think we'll look past that. As our segment plan for today is we'll open up with our usual fantasy football discussion. And
I can hear you, Patrick.
Patrick's doing something, but
doing
some fantasy discussion. Then we'll do our NFL weekend review. Our producer guys thinks they could just talk over Mr. 5 Out. So
Keep going.
But we'll do our NFL weekend review. Then the big prediction episode today is we have the NFL playoff picture prediction. Actually, we're scrapping that because Patrick doesn't want that. We're doing what went wrong with New York football. So I'm talking the Jets and the Giants. And then we'll do our NBA Cup predictions, our CFP bracket predictions, and we'll be talking about Juan Soto. Big time move for the MLB. Me and Patrick will be discussing that. And then we'll be doing our talking about, because we're all on spot. Well, Nick's on YouTube Music, but they give their own rap. Spotify Wrapped. So let's just leap right into it. I'll start with my. Oh, by the way, this is Nick, Cameron, and I'm with Patrick and our cameraman Oliver.
Why'd you have to expose me?
Well, it's been a while. It's been a while. Well, but we'll just open up with fantasy. America's team, the Red Hot Chili Peps. I've been eliminated from playoff contention after finishing 7-7, winning out. Yep, bruh. Winning out the last 4 games. It was really, really looking promising, but people like to. Yep, fine, boom.
What?
People like to throw games. So there's some cheaters right there.
I didn't throw any game.
I'm disappointed. I'm glad we really got our stuff together, but this is ESPN Fantasy League. This isn't the NFL. It's not like I'm gonna get rewarded next year. So
There's a trophy.
It's no reward for you.
no reward for finishing 7-7.
At least.
There's
You do get. But Cameron, how are you doing? How are you?
Well, I lost by 60 by Patrick. He had 167 points, so I didn't really have a chance. I thought I did, but
I thought you did too, because at a point I was watching because I needed 2 people to lose, and someone else in our league, James, who the viewers, everyone knows here, but he lost. And then if Patrick lost, then I would have made my way into the playoffs. So I would have.
he did disappoint.
Yep, womp womp trombone. Yeah, it's real mature.
That's your entire season.
But keep going, Cameron.
Keep going, what, bro? The season's almost over, bro.
The season is over. That was the last week.
4-10.
It was?
Yeah.
4-10, Cammy. I expected better from you.
Yeah. By the time I hit the 3rd week, bro, I barely checked this.
That's
sad.
sad.
I literally accepted a trade, or I gave Jacob Drake London just because I felt like it. I just didn't care.
Why would you do that?
Because I was already losing, and then every other team was just beating me by a mile. So I might as well try and help him.
I think I beat you 133 to 86.
Yeah, exactly. I've been beaten 50 multiple weeks.
The only one at the table in the playoffs? This guy.
Yes, Nick
Honestly,
made the
all I
playoffs.
care
No, I'm
about-
in the playoffs.
All that I care
Patrick's
about
about-
is
you're
not
not
at
at
the
the
table.
are
Yes.
you?
Oh, you won't.
Yeah.
Oh, watch me come over there. Watch me come over there.
But I went 8-6. I just won my last game. Now I was 7-6, and I needed our friend James to lose, and he lost by 50. And so now I'm in the
Did
playoffs.
he now? Did he?
Did
He did lose? Really?
Yeah.
What?
Did he on the
You-
podcast?
I'm
bro?
gonna just expose Nick right here. Nick
No one
cheated.
said-
Nick cheated. Nick's a cheater.
Yo, we said this already. We
Nick's
get
a cheater. I was tied, and if I had 2 losses, and our friend Carlo was playing Nick, and they had a little chat, I guess, about throwing games. So
What?
Carlo, yeah, what? That was my. So I guess he said Carlo offered him, and Nick said yes. So
Yeah. Well, what do you want me to say?
I'd say no. I have
It had me
I
projected- it
have
had me
integrity
projected
for
to
the
just winning by
fantasy
30.
football.
So
I have
really-
integrity.
Yo, you have integrity. I don't care.
All right, whatever. Keep going.
Yeah. And so now in the playoffs, I have Joe Mixon back because a couple of my players are on the Texans, and they really carry my team. And now they're back, and I have to play the 3-seeded team Vito.
My brother Vito, by the way.
his brother
losing.
Vito.
Yeah, Vito's.
No, I'm actually
Vito's a
projected to
power.
It's
I
crazy
won't-
that
I
he
won't
just
be-
auto-drafted
I'm
to win.
projected to win.
Vito, the best part, Vito was playing Xbox. We were drafting. I was like, Vito. I was yelling, Vito, the draft's on. What are you doing? You're playing Rocket League. He's like, I don't care.
Rocket League.
This is my second league. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
I
So he auto-drafted. And he auto-drafted in.
I was in Disney World and my phone was dead, and I completely forgot the draft was that day. And I wake up and my team was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
So-
you had a good team.
So you're a
I had
cheater.
the best
You're a
team
cheater,
after the
and you're
draft.
badly prepared.
I'll be better next. This is my first
Can
ever
you
year
be
playing.
nice?
fantasy.
Yeah, you actually had a good year for. Well, you also watched the NFL for like 2 years, but this
Yeah.
was pretty good.
This is my
Unlike
first
this is
ever.
like Cameron had a cold start because he first year really paying attention.
First year
I'm
on the
just gonna
playoffs.
wing it next year, bro. I'm just gonna auto-draft.
This was my
Auto-draft.
first full year paying attention. I drafted the best team. I didn't
Well,
even know who
I think
most
my
of my
dad.
guys were.
My dad drafted the best team. He had Saquon Barkley.
I had no. Well, he
On
in the
app,
end he
on
did.
paper, he had the best team.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like
I
after the
supposedly had the second best. But
well after the draft
I don't know
I
how
had
true that was.
You
after-
drafted the Browns defense.
I drafted. Oh well, they're the second best
They were
defense.
projected to be good, but they
a
weren't.
3-10 team.
Well, what I'm
Really.
saying is after the draft ended, I had the highest player percentage. I had the
Yep.
best.
But fun
You
times.
drafted Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
What round did you take Jalen Hurts in?
He drafted
Can I
out.
go-
He didn't
can I go
follow
view
the
that?
formula. He
No,
just
I
drafted
didn't. I
whoever he
purposely
wanted.
did that so that I had a good team. So like, because everyone was following like an order, and then I asked
Like you're
Pep,
supposed to go like running back twice.
I asked Pep why they did that, and he was like, "Yeah, you do
I
that."
know.
So
Yeah,
then
I
I was
actually
like,
don't
"Yeah,
know.
I
My
don't
first
care."
pick in the draft was Bijan Robinson.
You do that because those are the best players. The running backs and the wide receivers get. you
Yeah,
the
well,
most
I don't
points,
care. I'm
but-
getting a good
And I
quarterback
got
and
Joe
a good
Mixon.
defense.
Dude, he's had a career year. He's actually saved.
Low
my
key,
fantasy
my
team.
pickup of the year because the year's over. Sam Darnold. I picked him up week 3. While the Vikings were on that uphill on that winning streak, and he really served me well. Great player, really hard worker. So that was my pickup of the year.
My pickup of the year has to be
Not drafting, like picking up off waivers.
Picking up off. I picked up Jonnu Smith off waivers because like I needed a better tight end than Kyle Pitts because he puts up stinkers every single week. And
Yeah.
I had Zach Ertz, but a lot of people told me not to start Zach Ertz, so I went on waivers and I saw Jonnu Smith, and I'm a Dolphins fan, so I was like, all right, I'll pick him up. But then he put together like 20 plus points games in a row, and now he's a permanent starter.
Yeah, that's awesome. But my actually, I picked up Taysom Hill the week before he dropped 40.
Damn.
And he's done nothing since. So
He's been injured, and now the season's
Okay.
over.
Yo, we're gonna do a keeper draft next year because Jacob keeps like.
I don't know what
Bro,
that.
he
what's a
keeps,
keeper
he
draft?
keeps begging me. Like, it's a draft where you keep a player from last year.
Oh yeah, I don't
Oh.
want to do that.
He wants. To
I would
keep,
actually be open to doing that.
No, that would
he
be
wants-
overpowered.
He wants to keep Brock Bowers so bad.
Wait,
I wanna keep, Jamar Chase very
Who's the
badly.
commissioner of the
Yeah.
league? Who's the commissioner of the
Yo,
league?
bro, we can
Yo,
make
you're
our own
not-
league.
Isn't Lenny the commissioner?
No, I never did that. I lied to you.
what?
I knew you guys went. You guys, but
What are you talking? What are you on about?
We would. What were we gonna do?
Yeah, I don't.
Shut up.
all right. Yeah, I think we've
Kids
talked
got
about
bullied.
fantasy, but NFL playoff picture. I'll read it off right now. So in the AFC, the 1 seed is the Chiefs. No surprise. 2 seed the Buffalo Bills.
Chiefs are so bad.
They're 12-1.
They beat the Raiders by 2 points.
I know they're really getting slim now. And then they got the Steelers, Texans, Ravens, Chargers. Blah blah. You don't get Broncos 7th seed, which is pretty good. But what we really want to talk about for the AFC is the Dolphins' playoff push right now. So they are ranked number 9.
They're
with
losing their first game. Don't look at me like that.
13% chance to make the playoffs. So Nick, I know you're the big Dolphins guy in the room. So
Okay, I'm gonna explain this. I'm not blinded at all by like, oh, they're my favorite team. They're gonna go to playoffs. Blah blah blah. They have a really.
you're 6 and 7.
We're 6 and 7, but we have a very big chance to go 10 and 7, and the Broncos and Colts have a very big chance on going 9 and 8.
Well,
The Broncos right now, they have They have a very tough schedule. They play the Chiefs, play the Chargers, they play the Colts, and I don't know who they play, but I think it's like an easy team.
Well, here's your record. Let me just talk about the Dolphins. The Dolphins are the biggest fraudulent franchise in the NFL right now. They're bigger than the Cowboys because
No.
you have Dolphins fans. Because Cowboys are like, it's a joke. They're fraudulent. But, they make the playoffs. Heck, they'll win a game occasionally in the playoffs. Dolphins don't win games in the playoffs. They have not won a game in the playoffs since, I think you know the stats.
2001. But I'm going to say this right now. You can't say that we're fraudulent because every single time that we've been to the playoffs, first of all, we had a 12-year playoff drought. We were very, very bad for many years. And then we go to the playoffs in 2022 as the 7th seed. We go out to Buffalo. Tua is injured. He's in the hospital with a concussion. The guy is almost dead. And we have We have Skylar Thompson starting at quarterback. I despise Skylar Thompson. I absolutely hate Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
But he goes out, and the game's within a field goal. It's 34-31. And it was a really bad call that ended the game. But I was watching that game, and I was like, okay, like we bounce back next year. Next season, I'm not gonna lie, we did choke the division away.
Did.
But
Can you be nice?
But we did choke the division away. But even so, we had to go and play the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Aww.
Patrick Mahomes is. Your team has not been to the playoffs.
I had to play. I had to play a good team. I had to play it.
This is our season next season.
I had to play a team over 500.
I want to throw this stat out there.
More playoff wins in the past 20 years than you
across the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and WNBA, the Jets.
But you have the biggest playoff win drought. That's worse.
The Jets have the biggest playoff appearance drought. But that's not even just across the NFL. It's across MLB, NBA, NHL, WNBA. How does that happen?
Well, the WNBA has really only been a playoff.
I don't care.
Most
There's
of the
still
teams are
MLB,
pretty new.
NHL, NBA.
Okay, well, if you want to argue that, the Dolphins are the same. Just flip that stat around. Playoff wins. That's like saying, oh yeah, I'm going to go to school every single day, but I'm not going to write my name on anything. I'm just going to sit there. I'm just going to attend a lecture at Harvard. But
what
I'm
are
not,
with these school
I'm
references?
not.
Like, why do we
what
use
is
school
this?
analogies?
It's like going to Harvard. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to drive to wherever Harvard. I'm gonna go to Harvard. The Harvard campus, and I'm going to go to class, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit there and act like I'm in Harvard. The Dolphins do that every year in the playoffs, or these past 3 years.
We've been to the playoffs.
And you haven't won a game, bro.
Okay, when was the last time you were in the playoffs?
2012, and you know what? We
2011.
won. We got to the AFC Championship round. Yeah, we got to the AFC
2011.
Championship round. When was the last time you guys were there? Was your grandpa even in America yet?
Yeah, he was actually.
What's your problem?
He came to America in like 1945.
He's been there for a while. He's been
here
around
for
the block.
quite a
All
while.
right, but still. But I just don't. I mean, you're 6 and 7. I'll read your schedule off.
But I don't. Even if we do win out, we probably have to play the Bills.
But let me give you a fun fact about the Dolphins. They can beat good teams, and all right, you beat the
You
Rams.
already said that, bro.
I know, but I want to prove it. You beat the Raiders. I remember they beat the Raiders, and Nick was like, "We're winning out the rest of the year. We're gonna
remember
beat the
that.
Raiders." And then all right, you beat the Patriots, good win. Then you lose, you get demolished by the Packers.
Then
Oh,
you get
then
demolished.
you beat the Jets. Please, man.
Please, man.
And then you play Texans. You play the Texans. Like you're not winning.
We're gonna
that.
beat the Texans.
Maybe you'll win. You'll beat the 49ers.
We'll beat the 49ers.
You're definitely gonna win your last 2 games.
We'll beat
But
the Texans.
that might not be enough. I think the Colts will just luck you out there, or they just might be the same. But let me talk about the NFC right now. NFC goes Lions, Eagles, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Vikings, Packers, and Commanders. I don't think anything's changing there.
No, only
Maybe-
the Bucks because the Falcons have been on a very bad win drought. They've lost. I think they've lost their last 4, and Kirk Cousins has not thrown for a single touchdown, and he's thrown 8 interceptions. So, Falcons are. on a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit
sorry.
of a
I
drought.
just did the thing at the camera. I'm sorry.
What
did
then?
you do?
Yeah, I'm apologizing to all the viewers that saw that.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
I'm watching that back
Yeah, we're
now.
gonna see
If
this.
you have to ask, you never know. But
What? What do you mean?
never mind. But I don't think anything. I mean, really, I don't see the Commanders dropping out. I hate to see the Commanders dropping out. That'd actually be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then
I
maybe
feel
the
bad for the
Rams
Commanders.
if they win out. But then you got the 49ers, big disappointment. But
You're a big disappointment.
who do you think is winning the? What's your Super Bowl matchup, Cameron?
I don't know what teams are in the East or the West.
It's not
I
like
think-
East or West. It's like American Conference and then National Conference.
Oh, so that's AFC and that's NFC.
Yeah.
I'd
So
probably,
these teams are actually this team
I'll say
is the
Chiefs
West.
Lions probably.
That's actually a good
That's
one.
mine
And
too.
I'd
Yeah.
hope I think the Lions would win.
Yeah, that'd be great if we suck because they both have 1 loss, so that'd be a great game to watch. Definitely the most entertaining one. Me personally, Texans Lions.
Texans.
Yep, 4th seed.
I think the team is too young to actually go to the Super Bowl.
No, they're way too young. But
It's probably. It pains me to say, but I think it's going to be Bills Lions.
I
Bills,
hope
Lions,
I hope
Chiefs,
the
Lions.
Chiefs don't make it. But
Chiefs, Bills, Steelers. Those are the 3 that I can actually see going to the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Or the Ravens, but the Ravens are kind of in a slump right now. They can't be good teams either.
Lamar Jackson save us.
you're not Soundgarden, bro.
What? Bro, I never claimed to be Soundgarden.
Who's that?
It's the band that made the song in the edit.
Okay.
Did the episode I played it on did we post that one? No, okay.
Do you want to check your phone?
For what? Yo.
I don't want to get a cough on air, bro. I'm telling you the signals.
Oh, I just muted myself.
God.
This is my
All
podcast
right,
now.
Pep is currently he's currently coughing, but you know.
Yeah, you're
You
muted.
know, I kind of just want to talk about the Vikings here. The Vikings, I'm actually really proud of what Sam Darnold's doing with his team. I still don't think that they're gonna make a playoff push. The farthest they can go, I think, is the divisional round, because I still do think this is a team that just can't make it to the Super Bowl. But I am very proud of what Sam Darnold's doing, because with this Vikings team, he's either going to get a big payday at the end of the season, or he's going to go to another system where he's gonna become a quarterback that could he could probably go back to the Jets if he wanted to. He can go to the Saints. He can go to teams like that where he could just be the quarterback for them, or they're going to pay Sam Darnold money. But I don't know if they're going to do that with J.J. McCarthy they just drafted. Are you back, Pep?
Nah, Pat, no, I'm muted.
All right, he's still not back. But
He's good. Post
we can
the 5 out, you
I'll
can't
also
even
talk
cough.
about the Packers here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
All
But Packers here, I think they can make. I can potentially think that they can make the Super Bowl, but I just think it's the Lions that are standing in their way. If the
Yeah.
Lions weren't as good as they were, I'd probably say the Packers are going to go to the Super
Or-
Bowl.
You could see Philly making that, but
Yeah, I could see Philly making it too. But Packers, I think, because actually no, the Eagles did beat the Packers the first game of the season, but I think the Packers are just a better all-around team, because I think this Eagles team, like their defense, they have a pretty good defense, but I just don't think Jalen Hurts is the guy to get it done. I don't think he has that over.
I mean, losing in the Super Bowl does something to a player. So like,
Yeah.
if
I remember I saw him like once they scored the touchdown, he's like, "All right, I got this."
yeah,
Threw a
threw
terrible
a
pass.
8-yard
Like this,
pass.
he went.
But no, it's not good as a player, especially in like American sports, because you could only win one thing. If it's like soccer, like European, I don't win I don't win the English league, but I could win the Continental Cup, or like I don't win anything in my club season, but whatever the Euro tournaments.
Wait, so it's a bunch of different. There's a bunch of teams, and they're all in multiple different leagues or something.
So like how it works is there's every country in Europe, and there's FIFA, right? You know, and then
Yeah.
there's the North American League, South American, Asia, Africa, Oceania, and then they all have their own countries, federations, and they have their own clubs. So then the top 4 teams of every country in Europe play in this like basically the playoffs. So that's how that works.
English, please.
And they like if the bottom 3 teams get like demoted to the second league, and then the top 3 teams from the second league, and then it's like a big chain.
All right, English now, nerd.
How about them Seahawks?
Bro, shut up.
Didn't they win a?
They're gonna win
division with that
they're
in
gonna win
NBA?
their
They're gonna win the division.
They wanna do
They won with
relegation.
the Pistons back. In
Yeah,
the
but
G
that
League.
the NBA teams, G League teams would
G
not
League
be able
teams
to.
are not good enough, and plus it was just like the affiliates.
Yeah, so they'd have to do a lot of paperwork and stuff. But, anyways, I think we've talked about the playoff picture enough. Now let's talk about what went wrong with New York football. Nick, why don't you take us off?
Are we starting off with Jets or Giants?
Your prerogative.
I'll start off with the Jets because it's the Jets. But I think what went wrong with the Jets is that they didn't fire everyone at the end of last season. I think they said, "Oh, we're just gonna keep them around for one more season, and if we don't make the playoffs, everyone's getting fired." But I think you should have done that the season prior, because
if you were to fire people.
if you were to fire people, because Aaron Rodgers is a 40-year-old man. I don't know why you think. Well, now he's 41. I don't know why you think the next season, when he eventually turns 42, he's gonna take you to the Super Bowl like you think he is. And now you're gonna fire everyone. You know, Robert Sala's been fired. The GM got fired. I don't really know who their GM is, but
Joe Douglas.
Joe Douglas got fired. But I think it's the coaching staff, first of all, and second of all, I just think Aaron Rodgers just isn't the guy for the job. He's way out of his prime.
Wow.
Yeah, he's way
No,
out of
I
his
know,
prime.
I know, it's sad.
He's okay. Bill Belichick. He was a guy that whenever he wanted to go to a team to coach a team, like with the Falcons, how everyone thought he was going to go to the Falcons, he was a guy that wanted complete control over the team. Like what the GM does, he wants to do it. What the offensive coordinator does, he does it. Defensive coordinator, he does it. That's kind of what Aaron Rodgers is to this Jets team. He has so much power over this team. He gets Robert Saleh fired. If you guys didn't know that, Robert Saleh wanted to fire Nathaniel Hackett, so Aaron Rodgers goes to the owner, talks to him about it, and the owner fires Robert Saleh. He's basically a 13-year-old girl who's like,
Whoa.
oh, She likes my crush.
He said, she said, like something.
Yeah, he said, she said.
Well, I wouldn't be mad if Rodgers was our head coach and he was firing a bunch of people, but you're the quarterback and you haven't done anything. Like,
Exactly.
if it was like Tom Brady for the Patriots started firing people, like, okay, he won you guys seven,
LeBron does
six.
that.
LeBron does that, and LeBron deserves to do
LeBron's
it.
the greatest of all time.
LeBron earned that right.
Where do I even begin?
All right. But if you're Aaron Rodgers, maybe at the Packers, I mean, you got them to one Super Bowl and you're a club team
Yeah,
legend
he only
there.
has one Super Bowl win.
Yeah, I mean, you got them to, I guess, the playoffs, whatever, deep playoff runs every year. I mean, I guess, but you're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal.
You're not.
But
That
like,
was your favorite video in like 2021.
Yeah, it definitely was.
yeah, it was. So. But yeah, just ugly scenes from him. Now, Nick's talked about his spiel about the Jets. Here's my spiel about the Jets: disappointment, depression. Like, I'll just give adjectives: disappointment, depression.
Can you give it Kenning?
All right.
The
Well.
Mr. Goodwin test.
Are you doing that in Beowulf?
Yeah.
Kennings?
we-
Yeah, bro. Kennings were so.
They're not hard to understand.
They're just
I can't
annoying.
write them.
The way my teacher did it.
You can't write a Kenning.
Well, I can't think of one like off the top of my head.
I'm not gonna say what I put on my test, but it was really easy.
What's
Yeah,
a
I wrote a bad one.
I forgot what a Kenning
wrote
was.
I don't know if he'll give me points for that.
Let's keep it on the football, gentlemen.
Shut up.
Good.
Well, I'll talk about this later. But no,
Raisin in the sun.
depression, just everything went wrong. I think what first went wrong is letting Aaron Rodgers fire your head coach. Now, I wouldn't be mad if we started however we started 3-3 or something.
No, you started.
At what point did we fire 2-4? That's salvageable. That is extremely. The Eagles started 0-8, and they won every game. They won out the rest of the season, and they won the Super Bowl that year.
What?
I think I'm right.
What? Where did that come from? No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Whoa.
They won the Super Bowl one year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And they went like 13-3.
Yo, do you mind not talking over Peter?
My fault.
No, I don't. I think that's something like my brother told me.
Well, Vito is. They went 0-8. I think they won out, but they did not win the Super Bowl.
Vito.
Oh yeah,
Vito,
my brother
Vito.
was wrong. I'm sorry,
Your brother,
guys.
yeah, 13-3.
He lied to me. All right, well, excuse but still, 2-4 is salvageable.
Excuse your French.
Extremely salvageable, extremely manageable, especially as a team. And you're gonna fire your coach, and that's like a pivotal moment in the season. If they win the next game with their head coach, that's momentum. But they haven't won. Actually, they won one game, right, with Ubrich. How many games have they won without Salah? Two.
No, they only won one. They won one game against the Texans on Halloween. They have one.
Yes, and that was his one win, and
they're
nothing
doo-doo.
else.
They're
3-10,
doo-doo-caca.
3-10 right now. But the AFC East is the big. Just speaking about the. Like, I know we all used to clown around the NFC East last year, but now their teams started to become powerhouses. That happened in the AFC East is one of the worst.
Like Bills, Dolphins, and even Jets. You could argue that they were all really good. They were all pretty good teams last year. But now, I don't know.
No, I mean the Bills obviously are good, but the Dolphins are 6-7 and the Jets are 3-10, and second place is 6-7, so not competitive at all. But that's why.
Dolphins are so good. It was just the matter that Tua got in.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
did you ever see the video that said like, "Oh, I can make a case for Tua to be MVP because it says like the most."
Maybe if
valuable
they won
player."
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
not
they only
even
said
good.
that because like they lost like almost every game without Tua there, and then when Tua came back, they're 6-7 now. They
Yeah,
won
well,
one
maybe
game.
that could be something, but
Maybe not in the life.
MVP also like values in like how
Yeah.
good your player was. But I think we've said about the Jets. What about the Giants, Nick?
Giants, what went wrong with the Giants? I think it was just sticking with Daniel Jones. I didn't think he was the right guy for the job this season. Coming into this season, we did record predictions with all my friends, and
Oh.
like my friend who's a Giants fan tried to argue that they were going to.
Daniel Jones is gonna.
Daniel Jones is going to return to his 2022 form, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. Daniel Jones had one peak of his career, and it's just been downhill from there. He's not the guy for the job. He's not very accurate. His confidence is very easily swindled.
And that's not good when you play in New York City.
Yeah, that's not good when you play in New York City. And I knew coming to the season that it wasn't going to work out. I didn't think it was like really anything with the coaching staff. Obviously, you can do better than Brian Dable, but I didn't think he was.
No,
overly
Brian
bad.
DeBall's a decent coach.
He's a decent coach.
Bro,
It
it's
was
funny, bro. Do you see he couldn't decide whether to throw his like glasses or his hat?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was, and I think it was letting Saquon Barkley go. I don't think you should have franchise tagged him over. You paid Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley. That's just a horrible move. right, as it is right now, because you see what he's doing with the Eagles. He could have been doing that with you, but
Yeah.
you decide to stick with a like a I don't know where I'm going with this, but you decided to stick with a seventh overall pick quarterback.
Yeah.
And what has he done for you? Saquon Barkley, you drafted him second overall, and he's done great things for you. Daniel Jones has really not done much for you. So
Yeah.
you stick with the guy that's winning you games. That's all I'm going to say. I think letting Saquon Barkley go, that's what we're in wrong, and sticking with Daniel Jones, that's what we're in wrong.
Yeah, well, nothing you really could do out there if a player is going to choose money over loyalty, which we'll get to that later with Juan Soto and the Yankees and Mets. Just a little sneak peek. But, yeah, something's wrong with the Giants right now, and I don't think Nick could have said it any better. Just sticking with Daniel Jones and just no progression, constant regression. I mean, picking up Malik Neighbors was really good. Hopefully he could stick with you. Hopefully
He'll turn into a good player, but you need someone else.
you also need a quarterback for that, and they don't. And they weren't prepared for having a Daniel Jones crap season because they got rid of their backup, who I forgot. Well, the Jets picked up the backup.
Tyrod Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
And then picked up Drew Lock.
So, yeah,
Yo.
just some commotion going on at Monsignor Farrell headquarters right now, but nothing bad, just some fun games.
We have fun around here.
Wire, bro.
But Cameron, what do you think went wrong with New York football? Oh, you go with the Jets.
I mean, I don't really know much, but I mean, I feel like it's the same with all of New York sports. Like,
Yeah.
it's just bad luck in general. I mean, it's like what's it called? Every time you have hope in a team, it seems like you always just get disappointed. Every single New York team, except for the Bills. But like, I'm just
Yeah,
I feel
every
like
New York
in the-
City.
in
I
the
feel like
city-
every sport there's like one good New York team, and then there's two or more like bad ones.
Yeah.
Like the Bills, the Rangers.
Rangers,
You make an
Oilers.
argument that the Knicks are like
The
well,
Knicks
they're
are
definitely
good
the
this
better
season.
of the
Last
two.
season they were better.
And
No, they're
then
still-
and then there's the Yankees.
They lost
According to
Pistons.
Real Cat is a top 10 player in the NBA.
Why? Well,
No, they have like.
I mean, that's not
Real?
ridiculous. They're the real
Real has like the ratings, and he's 10th, right behind Damian Lillard, which I don't agree with.
Well, these are inaccurate because they just count like if you played one game. Like,
Yeah, because they have Paolo third, and he hasn't played in like a
yeah,
month. I hope he comes back though, because Orlando is.
yeah.
shot
Orlando
right
is
now. They won. They won against who? Who they win against?
in the NBA Cup.
They won against Phoenix, who were missing KD. But
Yeah,
that's
What's-
just KD.
What's the NBA Cup?
it's like
the
an
new
in-season
tournament
tournament.
they added.
Oh,
This is
mid-season?
the
Yeah.
what
This is the
if you
bracket.
win it?
No, each player gets $500K.
What?
Yeah.
Each player
Each
gets
player on the
a
team.
cash gift. Well, the
What happens
NBA,
if you win the? I don't know what.
the
Championship.
the
Like-
championship, each player
just
gets
get-
their own individual bonus.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then they get like a ring.
Yeah.
I think is NFL the same way, or is it just
Yeah,
you just
right?
get a win?
They get. A
Well,
ring
I
and-
think you get a bonus when you win a championship.
do?
Either from the league and then the team will pay like.
Well, no, it's not for every player, but it's like it's like a contract.
Like, if the-
contracts, like if a certain player reaches
20
like an
yeah.
accolade or just something in the season. or
Like
they
if you
win a
get 10,000
championship.
rebounds, we'll give you.
Yeah, something like that. But like
XXX.
if they make an all-star team, they get like
Yeah.
an extra like 500.
Yeah, so like championships usually that's settled with the team. Like the last, like Brian Scalabrine got. Well, the NBA gives you like a, and the Super Bowl does this too. They give you. I don't know what it's called. It's just like like, I think it's 100K, something like that. But then it's like taxed a lot. So some players have it in their contracts with their teams. But what do you think about the Giants, Cammy?
the Giants.
Yeah, what went wrong with them?
I mean, yeah, I guess Daniel Jones keeping him for so long, keeping the same player who hasn't shown really he's gonna do anything for your team and like successfully.
And you could also say like after Daniel Jones got taken away, they also had like an incident with Tommy DeVito. He got injured on his first game coming back.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was a sore arm. That's kind of like a.
That was his injury.
You don't
That's so
sit out a
weird,
game
and
for a
I've never
sore
heard
arm.
of the sore arm before.
Unfortunate. Injury or pain? What is it? Just drop some knowledge on you.
What's that? Is that Tony Romo commercial?
I have no
What
idea.
are
I
you
just-
talking about?
just
No,
made that
there's
up.
like a commercial where it's like, "Are you injured?"
Oh,
or
are you?
hurt?"
And it's like
And it's
the.
like if you're hurt, then you could just go and play. But if you're injured, you can't play.
This kid Pep thinks he's inspiring.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
are you
I
talking
think
about?
we've talked our ears about, or talked you guys' ears off with the NFL. Let's shift to. You guys want to do college football or the NBA? Because I forgot which one I said first.
College football.
Yeah, I-
football.
No, I think you said NBA first, but we
yeah,
can do
but
college football.
since we're on football,
Yeah, I already mentioned it. So we'll do the CFP college football playoff brackets We'll do our predictions
I was able to watch the Arizona State game, which is
against
pretty good.
Iowa.
Yeah, that was a pretty
was a
good
good
game.
Yeah, but honestly, I'll just say I think we're going to see a deep even though they're pretty deep in right now. We'll see a deep Boise State run, but you got to watch more.
Yeah,
to-
3 seed.
You got to watch more to hear my full opinion.
A Boise State
Full
three-
opinion
three
coming out
seed
December
opinion is,
12th.
But I'll just read it off. So the first, I don't know if it's by seed, but seeding, you got the ninth seed Tennessee, who are ranked 7th, playing against 8th seed Ohio State. I'll just say the seed, not the ranks. Then you got Clemson playing Texas, 12th versus the 5th. Then Oregon and Arizona State gets the bye week. And then the Indiana State Hoosiers play Notre Dame, so the 8th versus the 5th. And then Georgia gets the bye week. And then Boise State gets the bye week as they got 9th seed. Oh, no, sorry, they got 3rd seed. And then SMU versus Penn State, the 11th versus the 6th. So Tennessee, Ohio State, who do you got, Nick?
I think that's a pretty clear-cut Ohio State victory.
Honestly?
I haven't heard much commotion from Tennessee this season.
The Vols. Volunteers.
Yeah, but I just think Ohio State is overall just like a pretty much just.
They've put too much money in their team to fail.
They have, yeah.
My opinion is I think we'll see a Tennessee shock. Not even a shock, just Tennessee win.
Yeah.
Because Ohio State demoralized, losing your rivalry game against
Michigan is.
bitter rivals Michigan, who underperformed extreme. Their quarterback retired from amateur collegiate football mid-season, so I don't know what's going on there. Cammy, what about you?
I mean, I don't really follow college football,
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess I'd go Ohio State, like you said.
Put too much money in there.
Yeah, what are they ranked?
They're ranked 6th, but they were seeded 8th, first to 9th. But then we'll go down the line again. So Clemson. Oh, you said Ohio State.
Yeah.
So then we got Clemson, Texas. What are they? The Tigers.
Clemson Tigers and
Texas Longhorns.
That's just a clear-cut Texas win.
I'm gonna see an Arch Manning. He's gonna find a way to get in the game. He's gonna.
Yeah, he always finds a way to get in the game. You see that run that he had?
No, I didn't. So.
Okay, I guess not. Just say that.
Yeah, I got the Longhorns coming out too. Cammy, what about you?
What's it called? I actually watched the Clemson game like last week, and they actually like played really good. I don't think it was last week, but it was the week before. And their wide receiver caught like 2 crazy passes in a row, but I don't think that's enough to make them win a playoff game.
Damn, against the. Well, they are ranked. They are the last team in. So.
I like their wide receiver one.
Because they went like 9-3, so they barely did.
Then going on the other side of the bracket, Indiana, which is a basketball school, against Notre Dame, which is a football school.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, we get
And they're going to the
fan.
championship.
Who does Indiana have
He's
this
a Notre
year?
Dame fan.
Indiana? Who does Indiana? I know I use them in college football. I'm such a bad, loyal player.
No, in basketball, because I don't.
Oh, in basketball,
Still
they
lose.
I don't think they have anyone.
haven't been good. They didn't make March Madness last year, but fortunate.
Wagner did?
Yeah, because
Wait,
they
Wagner
won.
made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I think Indiana had no really business of going 10-2 this season. It was kind of just a Mickey Mouse run that you see like in really any
Damn.
sport. That you just see they win a ton of games and then they go to the playoffs and they don't really do much. I think even though I really don't. Me and my family, they all hate Notre Dame, and I hate Notre Dame. But I do have to say that I do think that's a Notre Dame win.
All right.
Patty's gonna chime in here and he's gonna.
Which one's
She's
your
trying
mic?
to find whose mic Nick is, but
All right, try speaking now. Yeah. Try speaking.
but
Talk about Notre
I got.
Dame
I
again.
mean, I think we all got Notre Dame winning here. Next game, SMU Penn State. SMU win.
You said SMU win.
Yep.
Honestly, probably, but I would say Penn State because honestly, I really didn't know who SMU was
Wow.
because I don't really follow
Wow.
college football that much. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna say a Penn State win because I'm pretty sure they were the 4 seed originally, and I think they lost like a game, and so that bumped them down. A
Well,
little
I always go for the underdog, and SMU used to be a really good football school in the 80s, but they got caught paying their players illegally, so they got bumped down. I think D2, right? Or they got bumped down somehow.
And now they made it legal.
And then, I mean, not really. Yeah, NIL, but. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really? So, but now they're back. They're doing pretty well. So I could see SMU winning. Also, Penn State these past 2 weeks a little shaky. I mean, they lost to Oregon Then the head coach was complaining.
Yeah, but Oregon is just.
I mean,
it's just
we'll get to
Oregon.
that later.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But Nick, who'd you say? Oregon, Tennessee,
Yeah. No, I said
or
Oregon.
Ohio State? Who do you have winning that?
It was a really close game last time, but I think Oregon has too much momentum right now to lose to Ohio State. So I think.
Yeah, they are the
beat
number
Ohio
1
State.
seed. Then Arizona State versus obviously Ohio. Who do you have?
I'm gonna say Arizona State. I just like their team a lot.
No. Ohio. Ohio State versus Oregon.
Oh, Oregon.
You
They're the
tricked them,
best
Pep.
team,
You
yeah.
said.
Yeah, you
Oregon.
did. Bro.
Didn't say anything.
You said.
You
You
literally
said
said
that.
Arizona.
Wait, did I?
Yeah,
Yes,
you did.
bro.
I did.
Tricking up Cameron.
Oh. Arizona versus Texas. I got Longhorns pulling up again.
Yeah, Longhorns.
You're gonna
I just like Arizona.
Longhorns. They were on a hot streak for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they lost to Georgia, and that bumped them down from.
They
They were
did.
ranked number 1, and then they lost to Georgia, and they got bumped down.
Man, college football is really good this year. I'm actually
Yeah, it is.
Actually
because
really
You
proud.
see teams that don't really, that you didn't really hear.
I
about.
like seeing a Mountain West Conference team get
Yeah.
ranked number 3. You rarely ever see that.
because every year you see the Washingtons, you see the Michigans, you see the Alabamas. I hate Alabama.
There's one Washington State though. So.
Okay, but I'm so happy Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm happy. It's just nice seeing the.
I don't
bet
like seeing the same team go to the playoffs every single year. That's why people get upset when the Patriots were winning a bunch of Super Bowls.
I'm sure you also don't like seeing the same team go in the playoffs every year and lose. So
Yeah, Dolphins suck, but. Cammy, who do you got? We'll just.
yeah,
See what
you can
happens.
talk about
You got
Notre Dame.
Longhorns
This is
or
what happens, bro.
Arizona?
Arizona.
And then.
You owe me $5 if they win.
All
by
right.
the way.
All right. Well,
No,
we're
who said
doing this now. Indiana.
You kidding me?
Yo, you gonna keep pressing it? Or what?
Gambling.
Indiana State versus, or no, we said Notre Dame versus Georgia. Who's that coming down the track? Georgia wins. That's all I'm gonna
that
say.
was Pat McAfee, right?
Yeah.
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 Georgia State wins. Patty.
Who do you got?
Hmm?
Who do you got? Georgia, Notre Dame.
Georgia.
Good. We all
Yo,
agree
don't
to
say
it.
that again, bro.
So SMU Boise.
I hope
State.
they
Good
lose
boy.
now. Like, bro.
I never said good boy, so you're putting words.
The way you said it, bro. What are you talking about?
Boise State versus SMU. I got Boise State because Ashton Genty got the 100,000 yards this year.
Were you trying to make a rap out of that?
Just trying to get
What?
some rhythm.
I don't know what the.
So yeah, I guess I got Boise
This kid's
versus.
a rhymer.
I got Boise beating out SMU.
Yeah, me too.
I got Genty.
Who said you got Genty?
So
Yeah, bro.
Oregon versus the Oregon State Ducks versus the Texas Longhorns.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon, okay, whatever, boring.
You like
No,
Oregon.
it's clear cut that Oregon's gonna win. the
Yeah, whatever. Georgia versus.
I just don't like the name Oregon Ducks.
The
That's
Ducks.
so
It's
boring.
Georgia versus Boise.
So Georgia, Boise State again. Who do you got there, buddy?
Honestly, that's like. That's definitely like a tough game to, but I think that's just a Georgia win. It's gonna be really
Damn.
close, but
It's gonna be like a heartbreaking game. Like,
Yeah.
like they're gonna be down and they're gonna come back. Like, Georgia's gonna be up by. It's gonna be like third. They're gonna have like 30 to 15, and then whatever. Boise State's gonna come back and they're just gonna fall short. So I think we all got Georgia. Then you got the Georgia State Bulldogs versus the Oregon State Ducks.
Bulldogs.
Bulldog.
Why does everyone bully me?
Because we don't like you.
Yeah.
Who do you got winning the finals? Oregon or Georgia?
Oregon.
Wait, did I?
I have the stuffed animal in my room still.
What stuffed animal?
Because I got a stuffed animal of like an Oregon duck, like a Donald Duck, when I was like 3, so I've been an Oregon fan.
I'm sure you've been closely watching.
You couldn't just have a
Oregon.
teddy bear. You had to be
Bro, it
different.
had to be Oregon. It had to be the Oregon Ducks. So I think we all got Oregon State winning the college football
The chip.
playoffs. So the Natty, as others would call it.
Natty.
You gotta call
My
it that.
fault. Okay.
But I think we've covered all of college football. Now we have the NBA Cup predictions. Cammy, start us off. Thunder Mavericks.
Thunder Mavericks?
Yeah,
Thunder. The Mavericks have been good
Yeah.
this season, but I just think the Thunder.
I'm
are
feeling
better.
a Luka Doncic stinker.
No.
Really?
No.
I mean, yeah. He's,
He'll probably
You stink, bro.
get his triple double.
wait,
But
What
I
was
just, I
that?
just think they're gonna lose.
Yeah, I mean,
'cause the Thunder are way too good this season.
Nick, who do you got? Thunder Mavericks.
J-Dub's a top 20 player in the NBA.
Good
I-
take. Good take.
I could see a Mavericks. I could see a Mavericks upset, but I I'm gonna have to go with Thunder, but I can definitely
But
see him.
if you have like a top 3 best player in the NBA, you always have a chance.
Yeah, so next game, Rockets Warriors. Rockets, I feel like
I got
the
Rockets.
Warriors are just getting old.
Warriors team is coming back to reality from the beginning of the
Warriors.
season.
Steve
like,
Kerr is losing his. I'm not even losing. They're just losing his. That's our producer.
Unless
Yeah,
they
that's
trade
me.
Rudy Gobert to the Rockets, the Warriors
Yeah.
are not winning.
Yeah. So then we got Bucks Magic.
Bucks because the Magic are just like
Yeah,
Magic are
derailed.
disheveled right now. Knicks Hawks.
Knicks Hawks. I gotta go Knicks. The
Thank
Hawks
you.
have a chance only because of how good they're playing.
I feel like this is a big
Hawks?
rivalry. Shut up.
Hawk.
I feel like this
No,
is.
they'll have the Great Barrier Thief
Yeah, shut
guarding
up.
Brunson.
Shut
no,
up.
will they? I wonder if they put Trey on Brunson or
I mean,
not.
they probably will. They're both point guards,
But
but I feel like
who are they gonna put Trey on? Like
Exactly.
McHale or OG?
I feel like Brunson is cooking up that. I feel like we're gonna see a Trey
No.
Young
If
stinker.
Why'd you say it like that?
If Trey Young wasn't so small, then like I feel like the Hawks would have such a better chance.
Yeah,
Because
bad he pulled
like
up
at
the
least he
Hawk
would
too,
have the
video.
size to be on McHale, and then Dyson Daniels would probably like play pretty good defense
Yeah.
on Jalen Brunson.
So Thunder Rockets,
I
both
bet-
really good young teams.
Yeah, but the Thunder just more experienced,
Yeah.
especially with the playoffs last year. The Rockets are still
Chet Holmgren and
a
all them.
little hard to tell like how good they actually
Yeah.
are.
So we got Thunder
then
coming out of that in the championship.
Bucks, Knicks.
We got the New York Knicks. I have the Knicks winning that.
Yeah,
why'd you say it
the
with an
Knicks, the
accent?
Knicks are probably gonna win.
So
I don't know who thinks he is.
New York Knicks.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah, 'cause
because the
Bucks came back.
I feel like the Bucks really are starting to get like on track, especially with Chris Middleton coming back.
yeah,
If Chris Middleton has enough PT, then they could probably win it. It's probably 50-50.
Wasn't as funny. Wasn't as funny.
Well,
You're not
okay.
funny.
I'll go with the Knicks.
I was
right
funny.
now.
yeah. Knicks coming there, even though the Bucks have future momentum.
And
So Thunder
Thunder winning it all.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to.
Like I feel like some of the teams there, they just like went on a early run this season, but they shouldn't be there really.
Like, I'd never bet against my favorite team, my favorite sports team of all time, but I got to step to reality here. So, unfortunately, I have the
Blinded New
Thunder
York
winning
fan.
everything. Or, I'd love to see the Knicks there.
Blinded New York fan. Sorry.
But I think we've talked about the NBA for
We
all
talked
weekend.
yours
I
off.
just want to go over some
Yeah,
news that-
NBA Week in Review.
No, not even that. Just like some stuff on Twitter that's substantial.
I could do your job
Like
for you.
AJ DeBanza, he just committed to BYU.
Oh, yeah, that's
which
huge.
was
That is huge.
Which is a surprise.
The number one ranked going up BYU.
And his NIL deal is worth it's gonna be like $7 million, which is just
Yeah.
crazy. He's 19, like making that much money is crazy.
Yeah.
And then trade talks are starting to begin. Like there's someone talking about Bronny James would be in a deal if
Bro, Bronny James in
if
December.
LeBron ever gets traded, Bronny has to be in it.
Ronnie
Yeah.
James.
No,
in
definitely,
the Big
'cause-
24.
Bronny
And then
James.
Jimmy Butler hasn't
That's
talked to the media
That's it.
today, and he's in a lot of trade talks.
Oh, honestly, I would love to see Jimmy.
I mean, honestly, at this point of his career, I feel like Miami just does not care if
Yeah.
he's off the team tomorrow. Like, the way he's playing, I mean, he's still pretty good, but he's also 35.
Yeah, he's old now. Unfortunately, Jimmy, either time to have an Allen Iverson moment, you go to Memphis, or you go down south, wherever you or up north, wherever you want to go. But
I remember when Bronny James got drafted.
I was with you.
Yeah, you were with me. You didn't think Bronny James was going to get drafted, and then you got the notification, and you started. You were like,
I mean, it was kind of
You were, like,
obvious
mad.
once it got to that.
I
pick.
was mad.
because he was
you
wrong.
got mad. You're like, why would they do this?
Because
Yeah,
he
why?
doesn't
Because
want to
he's-
be wrong.
He's just not really.
I
that
can't be
good.
wrong, but is that your NBA shtick?
I think it's like something else.
Yeah, Bronny James is just like a practice guy.
Oh yeah, no, just like trade talks. Like my Nets, they have Cam Johnson, Dennis Schroeder, and Dorian Finney-Smith, who are all available for trade.
Yeah, well, 'tis the season.
So-
Christmas time, usually a lot of blockbuster trades happen.
I'm begging that
Okay,
Sean
okay.
Marks. I'm begging
I
that
guess they
Sean Marks
do.
does something by the New Year's because
Yeah.
we're winning too many games, and by the time it hits a New Year's, if
Because you guys are in play-in position.
if we still have we still have everyone on the team, then we're not gonna get a lottery pick.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably gonna be the 10 seed if we like stay with this team.
Yeah.
So it's like you want to be mediocre and just get like a mid
Yeah.
pick. Like I don't think that's the way you want to go, especially how he, what's it called, made the trades this season.
Yeah.
Getting our picks back for what 15.
Exactly.
Pick?
Yeah. But I think that's our NBA segment for today. We got 2 more segments for you. We'll make them as quick as possible. Juan Soto, the highest paid athlete of all time, $765 million for 15 years, completely draining Steve Cohen's bank account.
He's gonna be playing until he's 41.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
Stole his line, bro.
You think you can be in the same homeroom as me?
I'm sorry. No, you heard them say that.
Yeah. That's why.
But
What was that noise?
yeah, who made that?
What was that?
But yeah, that's crazy. I'm a big Mets guy, Pat. I know you were waiting for this MLB segment. Take it away.
What do you?
Just
take
talk
it
about
away.
Juan Soto.
What do you want me to say? I thought you were
your
talking
opinion?
about this. What's
your
my
opinion?
opinion? This is good. I don't know.
Are you a Mets fan, Patrick?
I mean, I don't really care anymore. I mean, I guess I'm a Mets fan at this point because I don't really. It's not my favorite sport. I was a Dodgers fan, but I don't really care anymore.
Stupid.
I went to
Well, you were a Dodgers fan because of Jackie Robinson.
when I was like
What?
9.
So clearly
Why?
a big,
You're
I decided to be one when I was 9.
big Brooklyn, big Brooklyn Dodgers.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
But no, I think this is great for the Mets. But I got to break this down really quick. Unfortunate. It's a lot of money, Steve. But I know we got our owner Cohen, who will spend any amount of money to make the team relevant and good. But low Mets. That's all I'll say. The Mets are the Mets, and the Subway Series is going to be fun. So,
Probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
If it was ever gonna happen, it would be this year.
what do you mean a Subway? No, like Subway Series happens throughout the year. It's not. This,
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking about a
yeah,
World
right,
Series.
Whenever I hear, I think like the playoffs.
Yeah, I think of the
but-
World Series.
But no, that'd be crazy if Subway. But I don't like how what Yankee fans are talking about. Like, oh, he left for money. We offered him $4 million more. So
Yeah, Massimo is like very angry about this.
our friend Massimo
Is
is
he
a big
really?
Yankees fan.
No, he is. Yeah, I texted him the second it happened, and he was mad. I mean, I was like making fun of him, kind of,
Yeah,
like in
I'm
like
gonna do that
a joking way.
Yeah.
And then he started sending me pictures of myself. So
Yeah, clear.
he's not happy.
But yeah, Mets Yankees always been a big rivalry, and it's going to be maybe the craziest thing that's happened between these two teams. I mean, this rarely happens, especially maybe like a smaller, insignificant player happens, but like a big player like Juan Soto, this never happens. But that's just a crazy amount of money. Juan Soto actually rejected $400 million by the Padres to extend his contract again, and he declined it. So clearly, he wanted to weigh out his options in free agency, but I think that's all the baseball segment we have, and we'll talk about our final segment, Spotify Wrapped. I know this happened about 2 weeks ago now. Spotify Wrapped was extremely disappointing. Not like I'm happy with I don't care because I don't care about my artists because I was the guy who listened.
I guess you don't like your artist anymore,
No,
do you?
you're
a
not
fake
letting-
music fan.
I'm like when I'm saying like I'm not mad about who was my top artist because I listened to the music. I expected that, but the design Spotify Wrapped is known for. I don't care about my stats. I could pay $3 and download one of those apps. Paying one of those apps that say, oh, here's like Stats FN or Spotistats that hey, here's your we'll give you a Spotify Wrapped every month. No, I did that. I could do that, but. What's the fun in that? I cared about Spotify Wrapped for like just the graphic designs. It was just fun. Like you'd see all like the fun graphics they made, like the fun animations they made, and now it looks completely AI.
They used AI this year.
Yeah,
they even
complete AI.
they gave you an AI podcast at the end of it. It's
Yeah,
like a 3-minute
I-
like podcast. I don't like it.
I listened to it.
I don't
It's
like AI.
disgusting. But
And they didn't have any cool like just like
they
parts
just
of
gave
it.
you straight.
Like they used to tell you like what cities your music tastes
Yeah.
were like. Now they just give you like I'll like literally list when I got my
They made up like a stupid genre. For me.
like
Yeah,
mall goth
it's
rockish
yeah,
face, like
August,
something like
August
that.
was my vampire emo phase apparently. I don't know why.
typical Patrick.
And then January was my Hollywood after hours pop phase.
Oh,
I don't
after
know.
hour, after
I
hour.
listened to the week. I listened to the Weekend a little, and then it also told me I listened to apparently Sabrina Carpenter and Benny Blanco, which I did not.
Who is
so.
Benny
You did listen to
Blanco?
Sabrina Carpenter though.
I mean,
No, I didn't.
I've
No,
listened
one
to like,
song like a couple
Espresso.
times. Yeah,
Yeah, I've listened.
but that
to
was
once.
in January.
Oh yeah, that was like.
Yeah, so I don't know
June.
what Spotify's talking about.
But no, because usually they gave you like that little like burger thing. Remember that burger animation?
The
Yeah.
burger.
And then they gave you like, oh,
Belly
here's your
yell.
top five. Here's your top 5 genres, and it'd be like whatever, rap music, rock music. new soul.
Yeah, they didn't even give you your top genres. That's how
They
lazy
gave you.
got.
They gave you because clear, and it was really highly anticipated. They waited till literally the last second to upload it.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah, it came out later than it did every year.
So I think we'll all go around. Cameron, what do you think about Spotify Wrapped? And then when you're done with your spiel, say your top 5 artists.
I mean, honestly, I don't really. It doesn't really matter that much to me, like all the animations and stuff. But I was kind of surprised by my top 5, and like all the genres are so weird.
Yeah, like
I don't know why they had to do that.
I know you like instrumental lo-fi stuff, so they definitely gave you like bedroom pop.
I mean, I only do that when I study
Oh, okay.
or when I try and fall asleep.
Hey, Kanye.
Hey.
I don't know if you guys hear the
Yeah,
I hear it.
Yeah, I mean, this whole year I just listened to Kanye.
Yeah,
Who's your number one
his
artist?
old
Some
stuff.
musical appearances on this episode.
Yeah, because this is like the second time we talked about. Oh no, they won't see that.
No, hallway.
But my top. Who's your top 5?
My one's Kanye. 2 is this guy named Luke Rembo. He just posts like audio. It's like
Yeah.
stuff to listen to. And then my 3 is Drake. 4, 21 Savage. 5, Lil Tecca.
Nice. That's solid. It's a hip hop. I'll go with my number 5, Seven Dust band coming from Atlanta, I think. Then Green Day. Then a band Less Than Jake coming from South Florida.
Why do we need to know where they're coming
Florida.
from?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Less Than Jake.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect you to. And then you got Jamiroquai, Acid Jazz Funk Collective coming out of London, England. Then I have the Red
Call
Hot
them a
Chili.
collective again.
Yeah.
Then I have the Red Hot Chili Peppers at 1,
Anthony Fantano.
coming from Hollywood. I don't know where, Hollywood, LA.
You're a fake fan.
They're from Hollywood.
Okay, so top artist, Kanye West. And then me and my dad used to listen to a lot of NSYNC together because he was one of his favorite bands growing up. And so we had Apple CarPlay, and so I had to like plug it in. I had to plug in my phone and play all the songs. So NSYNC is number 2. Then Ron Suno, Kendrick Lamar, and then Tyler the Creator.
Nice. My top song was Black Capricorn Day by Jamiroquai, in case anyone
I don't get to say my bands yet, but you guys start listening to your
You
songs.
just did name your top 5.
My number 1 was Fall Out Boy because I decided to learn like multiple of their albums in full on guitar, so I didn't like, play them over and over again. And then number 2 is My Chemical Romance. I had this Canadian band, 3 Days Grace, at number 3. And number 4, at the end of the year, I started listening to a lot of Avenged Sevenfold, and then Pierce the Veil at number 5.
That's solid. What was your
Yeah,
top?
That was where my vampire emo.
Yeah,
phase
I guess that was
came
the
I
from.
know one
Stupid
band
Spotify.
from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oliver, do you want to hand me your Spotify Wrapped and I can read it?
I could just give him my headset if he wants to say
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Get everyone included.
The debut.
That was the first time.
Cam Oliver is gonna
You're hearing our
hop
cameraman's
on,
voice.
and he's gonna say Spotify Wrapped first.
All right, so I don't use Spotify. I use Apple Music, but I have my thing brought up here.
The replay.
Yeah, the replay. Give me a second.
It's I don't know why it's Wrapped for Spotify, Replay for Apple.
Well, there's only so many names you could
you're not
use.
allowed?
So, 2,637 minutes of music.
No, we're just saying
Oh.
top 5 artists.
Top
Top
like
5.
the
Hold on. I don't think Apple Music gives a top 5 artists.
What?
really.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a dumb.
Wait,
streaming
hold on.
service.
It doesn't give you your top artist.
I think this one.
It gives you like
This
top
one might
15,
be
I
it.
think.
It's gonna be something dumb. it's gonna.
All right, hold on. Yeah.
What's
gives
your
me
top
one
artist?
top artist. Kendrick Lamar.
Kenny Lamar.
But it was mainly because I listened to this one song.
Our executive producer, Mr. Kennedy, the man behind everything, his top 5 was Still Woozy, Bleacher,
Woozy.
5 Still Woozy, Floor Bleachers, 3 Remy Wolf, 2 21 Pilots, 1 Childish Gambino, with a total of 50,735 minutes listened. That's solid. It's actually
I have
Yeah,
my
that's-
top 5 now.
All right, say your job.
All right, so my number 1,
We know it's Kendrick Lamar.
yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Number 2, 21 Savage. What? Number 3, Drake. Number 4, Tyler the Creator. All right.
Yeah.
And number 5 is Bryson Tiller.
we all have acceptable
Who's Bryson Taylor?
pop star.
Never heard of Bryson Tiller.
I'm gonna guess it's a.
Who has the best?
I think everyone
Probably-
thinks their own.
probably.
I don't
me.
want to say, but this guy.
I would just do an artist? Or,
Yeah, I didn't say.
Okay, yeah.
I have like 2,000 minutes of just listening time.
Okay, here you go.
I don't want to be that guy, but
It's not you.
It's not you.
It's not you. I think we can all agree it's not you.
September was my rainy day piano jazz month. So
What's piano jazz?
I don't know what that means. It was they
Is
gave
that like
me
the
this,
music from Soul, the movie?
Yeah, actually is. So not really proud of that.
Wasn't Childish Gambino on that movie? So
I don't remember.
I think he was.
Watched it once.
Why would he be in that movie?
No, I think we got.
But I think we've all done a fantastic job today. 5 Outs back. Thank you all for tuning in. I've been Giuseppe. He's been Cameron. He's been Nick. He's been Patrick. He's been Oliver. And we got, of course, special appearance, Mr. Kennedy. But thank you guys for watching. We will see you all later. And, yeah, have a good night. Thank you, Producer Pat.